So I just wanted to give my personal thoughts on Apple's new iPad device that's going to be coming out in a few months here. And, apart from people thinking of it as like a really big iPod, there's actually more to it than that, I think. Um, apart from, the multimedia aspects like, viewing pictures, music, videos, stuff like that, it would be great for that because with the new 9.7-inch screen, you certainly have more screen space available to do that type of content, to watch those movies, and it will look more crisp. Whereas, on a 3.5-inch screen that you would normally find in an iPod or iPod Touch, or sorry, iPhone and iPod Touch. Um, One of the things, or actually two of the things that I really find different, that would make it that would I could actually justify purchasing one of these is the apps. Sure, it has the App Store. I mean, the iPod and iPhone have the App Store with 140,000 apps in counting. The cool thing, though, is that it supports those apps right out of the box. So any app that you can run on your iPhone and iPod Touch could run on the iPad, and with an upscaling feature. So you can, run your applications in their native, screen size, 3.5-inch screen size. You could run it like that, or you could scale that up to the full 9.7-inch screen size on the iPad. And that's cool because there's a lot more, painting programs and stuff that are coming out with the multi-touch technology, enabling you to have more screen space. So that's a good feature there. But the things that I like, apart from those things, is it is also an ebook reader. I mean, if you compare the Apple iPad to Amazon's Kindle or a Sony e-reader, right? You take these two devices, the e-reader and the Kindle, and you look at them, they're both, in the neighborhood of $400, close to $500, right? And if all they do is read ebooks, are you really getting a good deal out of it? I mean, sure, they have, the battery life and the text is readable and clear, but it's black and white. Now, for example, if you were to have the iPad and load your ebooks on there, it has a color screen. The IPS screen is a lot more detailed than screens of previous technologies. So not only is it good for the viewing angle and stuff like that, it also makes text a lot more readable. And with 16 gigabytes as the base model, that's a lot of room to put books on there. This might actually get me into reading a lot more ebooks. I don't do a whole lot of reading as it is, but if I actually had this device, it would actually inspire me to read more. And it's cool that now that they have the iBookstore, that the books are purchasable and downloadable right from the iPad itself. There's no plugging into the computer to sync. You could do that, but all your purchases can be done on the iPad itself. So that's another cool thing I like. And apart from that, it runs desktop software. It runs the iWork software. So if you're familiar with the iWork software on the Mac, you get Pages, Numbers, and Keynote. Now you're able to take that software and use it on the iPad. There's custom versions of the software being developed for the iPad. So, and the cool thing about that is all the applications, Keynote, Numbers, and Pages, are $30. You get the whole set of applications for $30 or $9.99 each. Whereas, this is normally like $130 software for the Mac. So it's really quite a big deal. So those are the two definite things that struck me as interesting. Apart from, the big screen. It's just, you can't really compare it to any other device. There is still some things missing. Apple could have went with, expandable memory, but, they didn't, so whatever. And one thing is the camera. There's no forward-facing camera. Since Skype now is available for the iPhone, it would have been nice to have a forward-facing camera for video conferencing. That, however, did not make its way into the device. Maybe we're going to see something like that in the next generation device, but it's not there this generation. So that's basically what I think about it. There's going to be a lot more apps, of course, applications designed specifically to run on the iPad that are going to be, better. And yeah, and with 10 hours battery life too, I mean, you can't go wrong. Like, I could see myself personally, like, reading a lot more ebooks, laying on the couch, surfing the web, actually having the tablet in your hands, surfing the web. I mean, you can't get that type of that web experience with a with an iPhone. It's just too small. You're constantly scrolling around trying to navigate through the web pages. Where you have the full web page right in front of you, it's a really hands-on experience. Quite literally hands-on experience. So that's what I think about that. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Just leave a a comment in the comment box below, and if you like my views on this and stuff, consider subscribing to me. I don't know where the subscribe button is. It's either on that side or that side. I never actually know what side it's on. But yeah, I would really love to hear your thoughts on this, and yeah, tell me what you think. If you have any questions, comments, my email address is mike@lordneverdie.com. Drop me an email. I'd love to hear from you. You can also visit my blogging site at lordneverdie.com. And very soon, I know I said this a while ago, but very, very soon, I don't know how soon very soon is, but I want to get my live stream up and running again, and that would be at live.lordneverdie.com. So I kind of want to have that whole community experience, Okay, so give me your thoughts, and I'd like to hear from you guys. That's it for now. Bye.